Hey guys, this is Zombie Girl, and I'm doing a special video for you guys today. It's a request video. I'm not really good at pronouncing this guy's name, so I'm gonna write it down on the screen right there. But he basically wanted me to talk about my thoughts and theories on the Spawn HBO cartoon series. And you know, I like the cartoon, so I don't mind talking about it. So here's my thoughts. What I thought about the Spawn HBO cartoon series, I'm going to go into the graphics first. I think the graphics of the cartoon was really dead on. It was just as good as the comic. It's like looking at the cartoon series, it's like looking at the comic book. They did a really good job of portraying the cartoon straight out of the comic book. If that was Todd McFarlane's idea, I think he got it dead on. I was very impressed with the graphics in the cartoon. I like the first series is just an introduction into all the characters. It explains why Spawn, Al Simmons turned into the Hell Spawn. It gives an introduction into the Wanda story and with her kid, and it tells more about Terry's story, Al's best friend Terry. They did a great job with introducing his story as well. Basically, the first one is really good. What I didn't like about the first one, I think they did way too many flashbacks sequences. I think they should have did that to a minimum. It should have been less flashbacks, because what I disagree with that was if you get up from watching the cartoon, come back and sit down, I think you would get really confused in where you sit, because you could be watching a flashback sequence and get completely, utterly confused. I think it was just way too much flashbacks in the first one. Way too much narration as well. That's another disagreement I have to say. They should have made the flashbacks, the narration to a minimum as well, because they're basically, at certain points here, he was just stating the obvious of what Spawn was doing. Spawn is going down the alley, hurt, crushed, and thinking about his past. We see that he's hurt, crushed, and thinking about his past. We don't really need to hear it too. So they should have put the, even though that's the style of the cartoon as well as the movie and the comic, I understand why there's narration in the movie and the comic. I mean, because that's the style. But you know, they should cut it down a little bit with the narration. It got kind of irritating at certain points. But if you're a nerd like me, you would get irritated with things like that. Other than that, I like the cartoon. It's a must watch. I mean, it's the second one is just basically it just goes where it left off into the first one. It just tells you what else happened. The second one was kind of boring, because it just tells you where it left off in the first one. But it's not that boring. It's more action sequences, there's more dialogue, there's more figuring out. Actually, I think the second one is really good. But, you know, they should make more. The cartoon came out right after the movie. The cartoon was really good. It's worth watching again. If you guys can't find it in your local stores, try and find it on